Well, I got a fun person here. She is a southbounder on the Appalachian Trail, and your trail name is what?
It's Dark Horse.
Dark Horse, and tell me why that.
Okay, there is a wine named Dark Horse.
Okay.
And I just happened to see it and I loved the label, but I thought when you look up Dark Horse on Wikipedia, it's kind of the long shot horse. Is that horse going to make it or not? Well, we'll see.
Okay, but I know, and now the YouTubers are going to know, you've already made it.
Well, you know what? I did through hike the trail in 2005 from Georgia to Maine, and it was quite the experience. It was very valuable, and I think it will be this time too. It already has been.
Was your trail name Dark Horse then?
No, it was Slow and Steady.
Slow and Steady.
And that's the way I travel.
Now, let me ask you, did you give yourself either of those names?
I did.
Okay.
I gave it both times. I knew Slow and Steady was right for me because that's the way I travel, and I travel by myself because I can't keep up with people. I don't want to have to keep up with anybody.
Doing it at your own pace makes it so leisurable.
I just have to. I have no choice.
That is fantastic. Tell me, you're flip-flopping, you're doing it a little different this year.
Right.
You're talking about maybe going back to Katahdin and doing Katahdin and all. Tell me a little bit about how that come into happening this year like that.
Well, I have a son who lives in Georgia, so when I get down to Georgia, he'll come and get me at Springer, and if he doesn't, I'm going to hunt him down.
Great.
But my daughter, son-in-law, and grandchildren live in Pennsylvania. Okay. So I was up visiting with them and babysitting with the grandchildren for a while, and then I started, and my dog is staying with them while I'm hiking, and I started doing some slack packing and connected all the dots down to Pine Grove Furnace and just decided, heck, I'll just hike south. You know, hiked through the AT headquarters and signed up there as a flip-flopper. And now I'm just going to go south and then figure out what I want to do from there.
Now, how many miles have you hiked in this session? I mean, since you started this year? Or you actually did it in October? Did you say you?
Well, no, I didn't.
Okay.
Somebody else did
Okay.
that. But I didn't start. Actually, my first hike was March 19th.
Okay.
It was a week after that great big snow.
Oh, yeah.
Like a nut. I thought I was going to be able to do something, and I could do only parts for a while. But I have now done, I think, probably about 300, wherever it is from above Port Clinton, Pennsylvania, to this point.
Good deal. Good deal. Now, and I know already from talking to you, you have no time restraints.
Nope.
That makes a difference, doesn't it?
It makes a big difference, because sometimes you just want to kick back.
Now, you already told me off camera a little bit about the difference in what you did the last time. I know you told me your husband had died, and then you came out and you through hiked the Appalachian Trail. Any differences in the two, this time and last time?
Well, let's put it this way. If I live till tomorrow, I'll be 68, and I'm 12 years slower.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
I'm really, I can tell a difference physically.
But what about mentally?
Well, you know, I think I'm mentally
stronger,
pretty tough. Yeah.
Okay.
I think mentally I got my head in the right place. Physically.
Well, I asked a guy the other day who has tried 3 times. This is his 3rd attempt, and I asked him. I said, "Do you feel like you've got advantages or disadvantages having done the whole trail? Yeah. Do you think that's an advantage or disadvantage?"
It's hard to say. I kind of think it's an advantage.
Okay.
Now, the first time around, what I really liked about the first time around is I'm one of these people that likes to kind of know what's over the next peak, you know, and what's down in the next valley. Yeah. And so it kind of keeps me going. I kind of know what's coming up. But that's okay, because now I can kind of observe all the stuff around
That's right.
me instead of focusing on what's coming up.
Now, prior to you through hiking the Appalachian Trail, had you ever met a through hiker that had finished the trail prior to you hiking yours?
Let me think. Gosh, you know, I'm not sure I had. I don't think I personally knew anyone.
You know, I've been telling people this year, and I'm curious to see your reaction to this. I've been asking that question, and most of them tell me what you just said, no. And then I asked them, I said, have you thought about that when you complete the AT, you're going to be the first person that many people know that's ever hiked the whole AT?
I hadn't thought about that. But it is interesting because I do have a fella back where I live that calls me every year and says, will you come and speak to my community college class? And it's really fun. I have the best time going and talking with them. And they're real enthusiastic. They ask really good questions. And And it's a backpacking class that he teaches.
That's great.
And so it's a lot of fun. And so this year he had emailed me and said, hey, can you come and speak, you know, April,
Sure.
whatever it was. And I said, it's funny you should ask. I'm shutting down my computer and I'm getting on the trail. So maybe next year I'll have new experience.
Well, so in your mind, I wonder how many people that you were the first through hiker they ever met. Yeah, that's a lot of people, I bet.
Probably quite a few.
Yeah, counting the times
quite a
you've
few.
spoken and relatives and acquaintances.
Yeah, it's real interesting because, you know, people have a lot of questions and they
Sure.
kind of go, oh my goodness. And I say, well, you know, you can do it. You know, you can do it if you want to do it. But
Yeah.
you got to get your head into it.
And
you
I
know?
always
You
say
gotta get your head
90%
into
mental, 10%
Yeah.
physical. I mean,
Yeah.
my wife did it when she turned 62. I couldn't do it. I don't want to do it. I'm
Yeah.
enjoying what I'm doing out here.
And see, that's the thing. You know,
That's right.
You know yourself. And
Absolutely.
that's what I usually tell
Absolutely.
those students. You need to know yourself. I know I get cold easily. I know I eat like a horse. And I just have to get ready to do that. So it's
Now, are you blogging, or there's no way people keep up with you?
no, I don't keep up very well. I'm not very high tech.
Well, you said you met, I'm going to mention Red Mage because we're following him. He's got a good
Okay.
YouTube channel. A lot of people out there need. You said you met Red Mage.
Yeah.
What was your impression?
Oh, he was just so nice. He was so nice. He was kind of plodding along, sort of like I was, and he had this camera on his hiking pole, and we kind of got to talking, and he just kind of told me about himself, and he has this YouTube channel, and I just thought, this is fascinating. I'm amazed of these people who have other stuff going on and provide all this information with other people.
I know it.
And because this is
This
a
is
tough
hard.
job.
Absolutely. And I tell people that you don't realize how much trouble it is to blog or to YouTube stuff. You know, people out there.
Well, I just, you know,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not sure I could do that.
Well,
I am uncomfortable. I am comfortable being uncomfortable, but I would be really uncomfortable if I was trying to.
But Dark Horse, I really, really am glad I was here at the right time to catch you and get the information from you and the stories. Good luck in every step you take. May God bless every step between here and which way you're going at the time. And I know you'll finish it again. Maybe you'll go to YouTube and check our channel out and give us a summit picture when you summit again this year.
That'd be fun. Thank you so much.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Well, I found me another through hiker. He just kind of walked down the trail as we was looking for a place maybe to sleep tonight. Give me your name and your trail name.
I'm Nathaniel Verbeck, and my trail name is Peter Pan.
Peter Pan. How'd you get that name?
Young looks, and I'm flying, so.
When did you start?
March 12th.
March 12th. Are you hiking with a group or basically alone?
I'm hiking with 2 other guys.
Okay. Are they right behind you or in front of you?
I got one in front of me and one behind me.
One behind?
Yep.
Okay. Now, did y'all start together?
No, we didn't.
Okay, you just met them on the trail?
Yep.
Peter, how old are you?
I'm 18.
18. You just got out of high school?
Yep.
How long had you been thinking about doing the trail?
I actually decided to take a gap year, and I was thinking about it for about 2 months, and I was like, I need an idea to spend the year.
But really, you hadn't thought about it for years?
No, I hadn't.
Did you grow up in a family that hiked much?
No, we did some camping. I went away to summer camp for a bit, but that was all I did.
How much preparing did you do if you've thought about it just that recently?
This is my first overnight backpacking trip ever.
Really?
Yes.
Really? Now, did you use your tent and all that before you came out here?
Yeah, I did. I set it up in the backyard like twice.
Has everything worked for you?
Everything has been perfect. Yeah.
Really? And look at your pack. It doesn't, I mean, what kind of weight are you carrying?
I've got like 8.25 pounds.
How are you, I mean, tell me what you got in there. How are you able to do it that light?
Well, I'm a hammock camper.
Okay.
I got a Z-Pax tarp.
Okay.
I made both my overquilt and my underquilt by hand.
Really?
Yeah, and I just.
You've got to be one of the lightest, as far as pack weight I've seen this year. That's amazing. What about your buddies? What do they carry?
They have a lot more weight than I do. Maybe double.
Are they envious?
Yes, a little bit.
Now, is it a way they can't duplicate what you're doing?
Part of it's comfort level,
Okay.
and I don't need much, so.
How much food are you carrying? How many days?
Oh, I carry usually 3 or 4 days at a time.
Like in here, are you taking use of the waysides? The little store?
We'll probably end up going to one.
Okay.
Just to save on one meal, but.
So Front Royal is your next
Yes, sir.
resupply. Wow. You got the other brothers or sisters?
Yeah, I have a twin brother and an older sister.
What they think about you out here hiking?
They think it's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Now, what do you think about this view? I mean, you've seen a lot of it.
It's different when it's cut away like this for the
Yeah.
cars.
Yeah.
You know it's been cut away, but when you
Right.
work for it, you get to like that rock outcropping. That's always the best.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I don't want to keep you any longer, but anything you want to say to anybody out there watching the YouTube?
The Appalachian Trail is amazing.
Okay.
Always give it a shot.
Would you tell anybody that's going to think about doing it next year for the first time, would you give them any advice?
I would tell them not to listen to everybody's advice because people will try to scare you about a lot of things, and really it's all great out here.
So has it been about as hard as you expected it?
Depends on what you're talking about. As far as all the scare of injuries
Right,
and
right.
all that, it's been pretty easy, and with all the mountains and stuff, that's not bad. But
What's your biggest mileage day that you've pushed?
31,
31?
I might do 33 today.
Where was that?
That was an accident going into
Into Damascus?
that was we went over Roan Mountain that day, the last
Wow,
6K.
what a place to have an accident to do the big miles.
Yeah.
Not good. And this is not an accident. Today you're going to try to do 33?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Well, I'm not going to keep you any longer. I just give you a soda and hope it helps you get up the trail a little bit further. Thank you, and God
Thank
bless
you
every
much.
step you take.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Okay, I run into two more through hikers. I'm up here at Skyline coming to get me some breakfast, and they were in the lobby, so I'm getting ready to find out the story here. Give us your name and your trail name.
Hi, my name's Alexa Manley. My trail name's MCFLURRY.
Mixed Flurry?
MCFLURRY, like the delectable McDonald's beverage.
Okay, and how did you get that trail name?
So it had been, I guess it was right before the Smokies, and I still didn't have a trail name because I'd been rejecting everything that people had been proposing to me. And the two of us got in a bit of an argument about the merits of the McDonald's McFlurry versus the Dairy Queen Blizzard. So then I was a strong proponent of the McFlurry, so it stuck. Eventually it stuck,
So let me understand this right. You won that argument?
obviously.
Okay. Now
I win every argument.
Now I'm gonna find out the other side. Your name and trail name.
My name is Sam Motter, and my trail name is Sequoia.
Sequoia. Tell me how you got that name.
Well, it's a much shorter story. It's because I have a tattoo of a sequoia cone right here on my arm.
Okay. Now, y'all did not meet on the trail. I mean, y'all did not start together, but you met on the trail.
Yeah, we started one day apart and met in
I guess about like 70 miles in.
like Low Gap or Deep Gap or one of those in Georgia, right
Yeah,
before Top
just
of
shy
Georgia.
of Top of Georgia Hostel.
And did you stay at Top of Georgia?
We did.
Yeah.
We
Cool.
both did, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna ask you several questions. What hostel south of here was one of the most impressive hostels you've stayed at?
I really liked Uncle Johnny's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very convenient.
Yeah.
Got good stuff.
Yeah.
Snickers 40 cents.
Yeah.
Load up on
So
those.
I'm gonna say Kincora, Bob Peoples.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Bob Peoples is probably one of my favorite people that I've met on the trail.
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's
he's
the-
fantastic. I went to college at Middlebury in Vermont, and he taught at Norwich University in Vermont. So like he was really familiar with Vermont. And then the next morning he came in to drive us to Dunkin' Donuts, and he was wearing like an ice hockey jersey from my college, and I was just like, oh.
So when did you
So
get the
perfect.
inspiration to hike the AT?
I wanted to for probably like 6 or 7 years. And then I graduated from college and got a job and was really unhappy. And then I was just like, you know what? This is more important. So
Hey, let's get on this side of the truck so maybe the wind's not quite so bad. I want to make sure they hear everything you say. Now, when you say, did you quit a job to do this?
I did.
You did?
Yep.
And it's fascinating to me, y'all's generation, because quitting a job is not very meaningful like it was in my day and era. You just wouldn't have quit a job, but
Quitting a job was really meaningful to me.
okay. But what kind of job was it?
It was a research job.
Okay.
Working in a lab.
Do you
yeah.
think you'll be able to go right back to that field?
If I wanted to.
But you may not because of,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, what about yours? About job or in between?
Well,
College or-
I just graduated from college in December. I got my bachelor's, so I figured it was kind of now or never. Retirement, basically. So figured I'd do this before I got a real job.
Okay, what about family? What do they think about you being out here?
Well, my dad's a big hiker, so
Oh.
he's kind of jealous. But my mom
Okay.
doesn't really get it, but she's excited for me. Extended family's just kind of confused by it, but that's okay.
They'll understand it. What about your family?
So my family are not outdoorsmen or outdoorswomen at all. So I'm kind of an anomaly. So I have a tracking device that my parents track me on. So they do that. Hi, Mom and Dad. I'm sure you'll probably watch this too. But so they're always a little bit nervous because they don't really know, you know. So it's a little bit uncomfortable to them, but they're getting used to it.
Are you always this happy?
Short answer, yes.
Long answer, no. But
No.
what's been the most exciting thing that's happened to you out here? If you could pin that down, maybe a little bit.
I saw 3 bears like 3 or 4 days ago, and those were the first bears I'd seen in like 5 or 6 years, so that was really cool.
Okay, what about you?
Most exciting thing.
Meeting people, just the nature,
Yeah, I guess just being able to walk every day and still love it is probably the most.
well, since you said you're not from a outdoorsy camping type, had you had any experience in outdoors?
Oh yeah, I had.
Okay.
Yeah, I have
Okay.
basically my whole life, just
Okay.
myself.
Now,
So I'm used to being alone outside.
okay. Now, was this one of the first major resort type things you stayed at for a night?
Yeah, I think so.
We've stayed in a couple of motels.
Yeah,
I
but
understand.
aside
Like
from
this.
that, yeah, nothing quite so luxurious.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
This is
really
our
nice.
treat of 2,200 miles, probably.
Yeah.
I bet so. And you actually came in here yesterday?
Yep. That's
And then you spent most of the day yesterday and then today, is that right?
No, we got in probably around 7 yesterday.
So you hiked miles yesterday?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, we
about
hiked 22
21.
miles yesterday.
22 miles yesterday. And then drove all the way. That's a long drive.
It was
They
really
brought you
rainy.
here. Yeah, and that's a long ways up here to where you're going. Okay, so you're going back down, and how many miles would you like to do today if you finally get down there to decent altitude?
We have a third member. His name's Laser Snake. He's down there somewhere. He tends to hike a little bit slower, and he was already a few miles behind us yesterday.
Oh, so that may work
Yeah,
out.
so we're
Yeah,
gonna wait
so-
for him to catch up a little bit. Probably do under 20 today,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Which is fine because it's so beautiful here.
Yeah.
Might as well
Yeah.
savor it.
Okay, well, I'm not going to keep you any longer, and I'm going to sit here and maybe see if you get a ride pretty quick, and we may end up bringing you back to Loft if you need one in a little while. I appreciate your time for taking
Yeah.
time out and interviewing us, and God bless every step you make between here and Katahdin, guys.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah. Have
Bye-bye.
a great day.